Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 15 of the podcast where we talk all things film and television in real time. My name is Ryan, and I work in the film and television industry.
And I'm Noah, a sports broadcaster. Today we're talking about the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 60, that occurred on Sunday. Also, a send help review. We both saw the new Sam Raimi film, and we'll both share our thoughts. And also, we play a game, a romantic movie bracket, in honor of Valentine's Day coming up. Ryan, how do you enjoy Super Bowl 60? How was your week? How you doing, man?
It was fun. Super Bowl was fun. Not that exciting, but it was nice. I had like 8 friends over, and we just hung out. I feel like I know I'm getting older now because not one person cracked open a beer. There was like 2 girls there. They had a little bit of wine, but we were all just hanging out, chilling, small group, good conversations. What about you?
I had Sam and Elon over, and our friends, and it was a fun time. It was very chill, and like you said, the game itself wasn't the most entertaining, especially the fourth quarter. That was a snooze fest. But I'm definitely happy that the Seahawks won. I'm happy for Sam Darnold, and also, as you are well aware of, Happy Gilmore 2 and Bullet Train star Bad Bunny himself, movie star, performed halftime. And yeah, what are your any special thoughts about that? Because it was one of those moments where I really wish I was fluent in Spanish. Like we both took Spanish in high school. Really would have been cool to be fluent in Spanish for that.
Did you see my meme? Is that where you got that? Where I posted a video. I was like, Happy Gilmore 2 and Bad Bunny. Sorry, Happy Gilmore 2 and Bullet Train star at the Super Bowl. I literally posted it. It has like
Maybe
100,000 views.
Then I'll go with it.
Yeah. Anyway, I was like, what was the wording? It was something like, crazy how they got the guy from Happy Gilmore 2 and whatever. And then he's also in Caught Stealing, which I love.
Okay, I haven't seen.
Anyway, yeah, even though I don't understand what he was saying, I had a really good time watching. I mean, especially from someone who loves are you dancing? Which I know of, yeah.
A little bit.
That's what you were saying when I answered the Zoom call. You're like, which I know of, yeah.
I have unironically had Bad Bunny songs in my head, not knowing half the lyrics for since Sunday.
Yeah, it was just the vibe. It was such a good vibe, and as someone who loves production of things, the production was absolutely incredible. The story they told, I loved it. I really, really loved it. I thought it was great.
Speaking of production, how about that last? I know everyone's talking about it, but the last shot of the national anthem after Charlie Puth sang an amazing anthem, the last shot going for the flyover and then panning around,
it was perfect.
Landing down on him. Oh, so good.
He must have felt like $1 million in that moment.
Yep. And then also, speaking of movies, you got Pedro Pascal dancing along, Jessica Alba dancing along. So
did you see what I also posted? The University of Miami. This is a slight detour. They send out this flyer. My mom's friend sent her a picture of a flyer that the University of Miami sent out to students that are going into senior year of high school, so who might want to apply to Miami. And it says students who have made their marks, successful alumni. And it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Alex Earl, which is what made me think of it because she was up there dancing. And a 4-time Olympian. And then they put me,
Whoa.
photo of me on the same spread, and it said film and television set designer.
Wait, what? Do you know who made that?
So my theory is, because I used to work in the admissions office, someone in that office made it, and they probably needed someone else that has a cool job to fill in the spot. So I was laughing because I got that, and then literally the next day I'm watching the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh, there's the girl that I share the page with on the prospective student books that got mailed out to thousands of people.
You didn't slip any money to the admissions office. You're saying you already worked there, so they knew you.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I have a vague memory of someone saying hey, can we use your job for something? But I thought it was an Instagram post. I did not know my photo was being sent out to literally anyone that's going to apply to the school in one of those big booklets. So
there you go.
Anyway, Alex Earl, she was up there with them.
Hey, maybe you'll be at a Super Bowl dancing sometime soon, man. That's what that means.
I'd love to see you in the Super Bowl dancing. You remember that video Jesse sent us of you dancing?
Yes. Yes, I dabble. I
You
dabble.
definitely dabble with the dance.
Um, yeah, no, I so again, especially because the Patriots lost, I enjoyed it a bit extra. But yeah, no, I thought it was cool. I get very invested in the halftime shows. I get very invested in who shows up and who the Lady Gaga showing up and everything. So I thought the production was pretty sweet.
She's
Um,
incredible. She's
yeah.
just
Oh, her show in 2017 was so sick.
yeah. Everything
Um,
she does is just
yeah. Yeah,
top level shit.
she's the best. All right. Speaking of the Super Bowl, we got the announcement a few days before the Super Bowl. We actually our last episode we were talking about what the Doomsday trailer is going to look like, and then there was an announcement a few days after that. No Doomsday trailer, no Brand New Day trailer, no Marvel trailer at all. We got a very interesting trailer for Mando and Grogu that I don't even know if we want to dive into or anything. I don't think it's worth it. But Sam Elliott still sounds great, so that's cool. But are there anything stand out to you during the Super Bowl? Any trailers stand out that you liked? Any that you didn't like? Maybe any commercials that you just randomly liked? But I guess we more so want to focus for the beginning of the whole movie and TV realm, I suppose.
Well, let's quickly talk about the Mandalorian and Grogu because my hype has now decreased even more. Like, how do you spend? I think it was supposed to be like a spoof of like an older Budweiser commercial. That's what I realized. Like,
Yeah.
I understand the idea maybe behind it, but like, how do you spend that amount of money and then have it be that? No one's gonna go see this movie. Not no one. People are gonna see this movie, but it is not gonna do well. I'm telling you.
Eight to
And
ten million, right? They spent 8 to 10 million on the ad.
that was their opportunity to show something awesome. And I don't know. I don't even want to think more about it because I haven't been thinking about it. It's so lame. But
R-
whatever.
I
Um,
keep going.
no, please, you go.
I I might be silly for saying this. Maybe this is my giddy optimism or whatever. But after it played, I was so convinced that was not the Mando. Like I'm not even kidding. I was convinced that wasn't the Mando and Grogu trailer we were getting. Again, that might just be me playing denial in my head. But I thought
Like,
we were
yeah,
going to get an actual trailer. I thought that was just like a little spot. I didn't think that was what we were getting.
which would have been fine if it was a little spot and then we got a trailer, even if it said like full trailer online at the end or something. But it was like that's
Exactly.
all.
Yeah, that too. That happens so often where it's like check out the full new trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu Online, and we got that a couple times. But yeah,
Yeah, it was. It was not. It was not good. What was good, in my opinion, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Well, something was great, and I'll
I
get to
know
the
I know what you're
great.
gonna say. I think I know what you're gonna say.
I'll get to the great in a second. But the good thing that I really liked was the Adventures of Cliff Booth.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Um, I'm excited for that. You can definitely see. I mean, I'm not the biggest once. Have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I feel like we've talked about it. What's your stance on it? Remind me.
It is good. Definitely my least favorite of all the Tarantino I've seen.
I agree. I think it deserves a rewatch because when I watched it, I don't think I was in as much into cinema as like I loved movies, but I now really in the world. I think I'd really enjoy it much more now. So I definitely am going to rewatch it before this. But I do remember the standout being Cliff Booth, that character. So to see Brad Pitt doing his thing, and then it definitely looks like it's directed by David Fincher, which it is, and written by Tarantino. And I saw some people complaining about like the blurring out of stuff. I thought that was a fun, kind of cool effect. It's like showing at the Super Bowl, but showing that it also is going to be pretty raunchy and pretty rated R. So they blurred out. It's like I don't know. I was all for it. I enjoyed it, and it looks like a lot of fun. And I'm sure we'll be talking a bunch more about it once it gets more information. We get more information.
I agree. Booth definitely a standout of the movie. Fun character. Brad Pitt is just so fun, especially at the very end when he's like, "Wow," he's,
Hmm.
he's fighting, and he's super. I think he's super high, I believe, or drunk. I think he's high, and he's fighting amazing. And then also we've probably mentioned this on the pod once or twice, but how many rising stars were in that movie where it was like their first thing, and now they're big time, like Maya Hawke.
Mikey
There's
Madison,
Mikey
Austin
Madison.
Butler.
Yeah, yeah. The list goes on. So it is definitely worth a rewatch before the show.
Yeah. So you're excited for it?
I am. I am excited for it. I thought you were gonna say Project Hail Mary.
That's the one I'm very excited for. Um, I actually just I don't know if you saw when answered. I was rewatching the trailer so I could say some more specific things about it. Um, because it's incredible. I mean, this is the type of movie that we want people to go to the theaters to see. I'm going to try and find the biggest screen and get as many friends to come with me because I think it's going to be great. I really do. And the visuals look incredible. People that read the book say it's great. Ryan Gosling is obviously so charismatic. He can act with anything, including this alien rock thing. Um, and what I've been told is there's so many twists and turns in the story that like these trailers don't even give away. So I'm so excited. I'm really, really excited. And I love space movies. They're my favorite. So
I did not realize it was coming out in a month. That's very soon.
dude, it's here.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. No, it looked cool. It looked cool. It's Gosling. Like we were talking about Starfighter the other day, and it's like yeah, Gosling's such a huge selling point. And it is space. I probably don't like space movies as much as you do, like in general, but I like space movies, so it'll definitely be worth a watch. It'll kick off the incredible summer that we're gonna have in movies.
I mean, I think
Speaking,
if this is a movie that I think not only are like we gonna go see it, but I think like families probably with like older kids can go see this. Like obviously maybe not 10 and under, but like I think that's potential to make a ton of money if it's good. And if it's as much of a cinematic experience, I think it has a potential, if it's as good as people think it is, to be nominated for Oscars next year. Like we'll just see how far it can go. But I have really high hopes, and the more I see of it, the more excited I am. I,
speaking of, oh, go for it.
I have the book right there, and I started reading it, and I stopped,
Ooh.
and I'm trying to debate. What do you think? Should I keep reading, or should I watch the movie first?
When did the book come out?
I don't know. Maybe 10 years ago. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if it was very new,
No.
I don't know, but I'd read that. If it was because my philosophy is if the book comes out and a movie comes out shortly after, I don't think it's like I think it's gonna be similar. But if the book came out a long time ago, even 10 years ago, they'll make changes. There will be something. There will be a few changes. I don't think it's going to be exactly the same. But also at the end of the ending will probably be the same. So I don't know. I would read it, but also the movie comes out in a month.
Oh,
So you
no, it did come
wait.
out somewhat recently. Sorry. May 4th, 2021.
Oh, then
It's still some time. A lot of people have read this book.
how much have you read already?
40 pages, 50 pages.
How many pages are in the book?
Mm. I mean, I can go look. I'm looking at it right now. It looks like about 300, maybe 350.
You're early on. I think you could put a pin in it.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
let you know.
Speaking
Dis-
of nominated for Oscars next year.
Disclosure Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another one. Another one. The more I see of it, the more excited I get.
I actually preferred the last trailer we got for it, the main trailer than
Hmm.
the Stevie spot, but not that it matters. It's that I'm gonna see it opening that regardless. But no, it's true. The excitement continues to build. It's gonna be so sick.
I have a lot of questions about it. Like, I feel like I don't know the story at all from these trailers. Like, I have a little bit. Like, do you feel like you get a glimpse, a gist of what it's about?
Well, that's what I feel about for I know this is such an issue. I know a lot more of the story from Disclosure Day than I do about Mando and Grogu. Why is
Hmm.
that the case? Like why I have some sort of an idea what's going to happen in Disclosure Day. And for Mando and Grogu, I thought this was gonna sorry to go back to it, but I thought this was gonna be the trailer where we finally find out the plot. And we know nothing. And it's
Hey,
like, is this their plan? Are they trying to like? It's such a good plot that they're keeping it low key, or, or is it the opposite? Now it's directed by Favreau, but I don't know.
I think the goal of that trailer was, ooh, we're gonna be witty and smart and do like a Super Bowl inspired teaser that like people are gonna laugh about. It's gonna go viral because it's like an old fashioned. But we've
Didn't
never,
work.
most of us haven't even seen that old teaser. And if you're gonna do that, pair it with something. It, we're running in circles now, but
Yep.
I'm pumped for Disclosure Day.
Me too.
I'm really excited, and yeah, that's also early on in the summer. Um, and then I think the only other two trailers I really remember, they had the Minions and Monsters. Don't see that probably. Um,
Mario.
Mario. I always say it wrong, especially here in Georgia. Like, what's Mario? I'm like, Mario.
Mario.
Um, and
We didn't get Toy Story 5.
no Toy Story 5, but I saw Woody's booty in that Levi's trailer. Do you see that?
Wait, you saw what now?
Like Woody's butt. There's like a
Woody, in what
Levi's
trailer?
trailer. There's a Levi's. Oh, it's Levi's commercial.
Okay.
And like it was showing all these famous people that wear jeans. Like you saw Springsteen and that, his like, and then you saw
Gotcha.
Woody in his jeans.
Gotcha.
It
Okay.
started off with that. So I was like, oh, there it is. And then it was Levi's. I was like,
Okay.
damn it. You must have been heading the chips and salsa or chips and dip
Oh yeah, I
during
was.
that
Yeah,
moment.
right. Probably.
I know you love your Super Bowl food. Um, there was one more. Oh, there was Hoppers. It was that
Yes.
Pixar film
Yep.
coming out this summer.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that's
Wish
fun.
we got the Prime thing that you predicted. That would have been sick.
I know. I thought you just said we got the Prime thing. I was like, what? No,
No,
we didn't.
no, I wish. I
They
wish.
did They did a few Peacock things, kind of in that vein, though.
Yeah. Oh, they did Traders. Sure, Traders got a spot.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm happy about
pay
that.
attention to it. But yeah,
Now, yeah.
that's that.
We each have seen a new movie recently,
Mm-hmm.
and it is called Send Heppel. No, I'm kidding. By the way, I will say this. I first saw, and I assume this is intentional, but when I saw your video, I didn't watch the video, of course. I clicked off, but I saw it said like Send Heppel review,
Mm-hmm.
and right away I was like, what the hell? You're going to spell it wrong and not fix it? And then I saw a couple comments where like, you can't even spell help right. And I was like, I was like, do I text you? I was like, nah, not really worth it. Like, if you see it, you'll change it, whatever. And then I just watched the movie today, and I was like, oh, you're so good at that. You're so good at taking these niche things that you have to know what the movie is, see the movie, like digest that small little joke, and then understand you're joking on TikTok. And it's such a niche thing. And when I saw that in the movie, I laughed out loud because I understand what you did.
I like that one because it was like I gave a like very serious review, just like normal review. I wasn't making a joke. I just didn't acknowledge
Yeah,
it. Yeah, I'm
that was well done.
pretty good at it. Thanks.
Okay, in terms of the actual movie, I'll let you go first because I have a. I don't know if you're expecting what I'm going to say. I want you to go first. I want you to tell me.
I don't know which direction you're going to go, so I actually think I want to know what I want to know what you think first.
You want to know my thoughts?
I'm very
Do you
curious.
want to know how much I liked it, or do you want to know what I think in terms of quality of movie?
Okay, I want to know at least, and then I'll give you my review. Did you like the movie or did you dislike the movie? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Okay, cool. It's a thumbs up for me too.
Okay.
I have issues with the movie. There's some issues with it. It's not a perfect movie. But overall, was your theater packed or were you by yourself?
I was by myself. It wasn't packed. It wasn't packed.
Okay, my theater was packed, and it was one of the most fun times I've had in a movie theater in a long time. People were hiding, people were laughing so much, people were like visceral reactions. It was so incredibly fun. And I heard Sam Raimi talk on an interview the other day that he was originally going to make the movie for Sony, and then Sony wanted to put it to some streaming service. They wanted to sell it off to a streaming service. And he said, no, I designed my movies for an audience reaction in a theater. And I was like, that's the perfect way because that movie is designed to get an audience reaction. We talked about it. There are movies that I'm okay going to streaming because they're designed for that. This is a movie that's designed to be seen in the theater, which is why I was excited you went to go see it today. There are some issues with production, like the look of it at times. I think some of the CGI looks not too great. Some aspects of the island. I had a little bit of an issue with her Spoilers, spoilers. I had a little bit of an issue with her killing the girlfriend Zay. What's her name? I don't remember because I've now been 2 weeks. But she kills Dylan O'Brien's girlfriend, and then that kind of makes them both the villains because they're both such terrible people in that end battle. And I wish I had someone. I said this in my review. I wish I had someone to root for in that end battle because I was kind of unsure of who was supposed to be. Even if they're both bad people, I was like, I wish that like maybe there was a line of dialogue a bit earlier on where Dylan O'Brien says something like, he hints towards that he doesn't have the best relationship with his girlfriend or his fiance, but if he said something along the lines of like she's emotionally abusive or gave just a few examples of why she's horrible to him, then it almost could justify why Rachel McAdams' character kills her. And then obviously she's still crazy and whatever, but it's like, okay, now I can kind of get behind her. She thinks that she's helping him and helping her at this, like in that beach conversation, she could have been like, what do you mean? You don't even like her. She does this, and this to you, you know? Like I say, I helped you, whatever. But instead I'm like, oh, she really just went from like kind of being crazy, but having a little bit of empathy for me to like losing all of her empathy when she kills an innocent guy and the girlfriend. So that's my biggest issue is just I wish I didn't have anyone to root for in that final bit, but it was so much fun. That's my overall thoughts. And there's some really great moments that just some of the best moments I've seen in a theater in a long time.
So I'll get into it. Could not disagree with you more. Or at least I
Mm.
couldn't have felt as different as you just said for your issue with it. But I'll get into that.
Hmm.
Um, I agree it's not perfect. I I was it wasn't a packed theater, so I didn't have the same sort of like theater experience you did. I think it's my second favorite movie of the decade.
Of the decade?
Yep.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's great. What's number one?
No Way Home.
Okay, so not
I
of
made
the
my
past
ranking.
10 years since the
No.
2020s.
Yeah, yes, of the 2020s, of the 2020s. I
That's
made my
crazy.
list. I
That's
know.
crazy.
I know. I I'm obsessed. And maybe it's an overreaction. Like I literally saw it today, so I we could go on next week and I can say, you know what, maybe it's number 5 or 6. I don't think it's gonna drop off a top 5 or definitely not top 10 list because I'm fucking obsessed with this movie.
Uh,
I can't tell you how like I want to dive so deep into everything you just said. Um First of all, love dealing with morally gray characters. I'm of the belief that there doesn't need to be like one good guy and one bad guy, or in this case, woman, at the end of a movie who are fighting, who have something to root for. Perfect example in Civil War. You like, or this happens a lot in Stranger Things, but I'll just use Civil War as an example. You could understand where both sides are coming from, and it's not like you're necessarily, at least for me, rooting for either Cap or Tony throughout the movie. You could be rooting for Cap, and then you find out that Bucky killed Tony's parents, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, and you might want to switch to Tony's side, and it's like, all right, you still understand where Cap's coming from, and because he was brainwashed, and it's like it's morally gray. Now, in this situation, the characters are a lot worse. It's not like they're as good as those two characters I just mentioned, but I thought it was awesome. I'll start with Linda. She's the villain. Like that's the point. She is the villain of this movie, and that's the twist at the end. And it's like it's slowly hinting at that throughout the movie because you have the boat appearing, and she says to the camera basically, "No, not yet." And you're thinking, okay, so like it's funny. She loves it here on this island because she's a huge Survivor fan, and this is her element, and she's not put together at all while she's at work under a lowly asshole boss. But now she's really in her element, and you're thinking, all right, that's silly throughout the movie. Like this is way too easy. Why is she easily able to have access to food? Why does she look so much better? And then you find out at the end it's because of the fucking house that she's been having access to, where she's probably been taking showers, where she's been taking food from, where she's been taking advantage of, and she's trapping her boss on the fucking island the entire time. So she's literally like he's a prick, don't get me wrong, and he's an asshole, and it's kind of showing, the misogyny, and it's showing the patriarchy and everything 100%. But she is the villain keeping the mayor. Like all he wants to do is go home. He wants to get away, and if you were trapped on an island, you'd feel the exact same way. and he can't fend for himself. She's helping him, which is nice, but like she's totally in control because he was in control in the office and now she's taking control here. So in that final battle, it's not like it's not like I felt, oh, I wish I had someone to root for per se. It was, yeah, I understand, like they're both pricks. But she has been the one who has kept him on the island. And when he understood that, he was rageful, understandably so, and then he shoots, and that's when it was empty. So then she killed him. And then she goes back to the life golfing, which is, spitting in his grave, dancing on his grave, because the whole thing about the golfing. I This is going to be an interesting take. I don't know if you'll agree with this part. It felt like Barbie in a sense, because they went from the patriarchy, whatever, that world, which is the real world, which is the office, which is where the man has all the say and chooses the other man to lead with him, even though he's not nearly as qualified and has only been with the company for 6 months and she was with them for 7 years, to literally a different world, a different island where I'm not saying women in general, but like she herself, because she knew how to take care of herself and take care of him and everything, like she was the one in control. And it did it so much better, like so much better in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know if any of that really resonated with you, but like I had such a good time. I'm not a big fan of horror at all. Like it's my least favorite genre, but like the jump scares worked for me. When she's going in there and killing the boar, that was so sick. There were so many moments that were like, oh my god, what the hell's going on? It was hectic at times, but at the end of the day, I think the root of the movie really, I don't know, it spoke to me. It's probably weird. I'm sure nobody else has Send Help as one of their favorite movies of the decade, but I don't know. It spoke to me. I don't know.
Hey, look, my favorite thing in the world's movies, and I love when people enjoy movies, especially ones that are good movies, and this is a great movie. Like, I agree with you on that. So I'm so happy that you feel that way, and like that is the best feeling when you get to leave a theater and like just be like, oh my god, I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it. Like that is incredible. So I'm very happy that you felt that way. And I do understand a lot of the stuff you're saying. It might just be a personal preference or personal taste, and that is a cool point. And I do agree, about the idea of the role reversal, and that's pretty cool. But then it's like, then why did he do that moment somewhat towards the end when he cackles and runs away? Which his cackle, that is the funniest part. When Dylan O'Brien laughs in the movie.
Wait, what do you mean when he drugs her and then runs away?
Yeah.
And he tries to go because he's an idiot. Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
They were getting along at that point. She was helping him survive and saved him multiple times.
I understand. I think. Okay. So yes. Yes.
Then give him a little bit more of redemption and make her go down the crazier path. But by the time that end battle happened, I didn't care who lived or who died, because I mean I was having fun watching it. Don't get me wrong, but if either he was more redeemed or she was more justified in her actions, I would have had someone to root for.
So my take on Bradley is obviously he's shown as like the asshole who has never shown love. He told the story about his mom never showing him love and his dad whatever, and obviously it's we've seen the story a million times. Right, of like the parents not showing love, so he treats people like shit because of it. Like that's nothing revolutionary. All he wants to do is leave the island. That's all he wants to do the whole time, as anybody rationally would who is on that island. She's the irrational one. He is like anyone who's trapped on an island who doesn't know there's a mansion right next to them is going to be wanting to get off the island by any means necessary.
But then after all the development they did, exposing his flaw, like why he is the way he is and all this stuff, then he just in the middle of the night drugs her, sneaks out. It would be a different story if like, he was really pushing the raft harder on her and really trying, and like she was like, no, which they kind of did, but like I just felt there was a few things that could have gone stronger in that would have, yeah.
I would be so frustrated if I was stuck on an, like I was thinking about this the whole movie. The whole time I'm thinking, this is silly. This is so unrealistic. Why is she so happy? Why is everything's so easy for her? She's so happy. This is like her paradise. She wants to be here so badly. And it's like, I even though he's such a prick, I thought about being in his shoes, and I was like, I would be so frustrated if Ryan, if we were trapped on an island and you were just like there chilling, having the time of your life, you didn't care about going home, you didn't speak about anything because like her situation didn't really like have someone at home or whatever, if that's the scenario. I'd be literally like yelling at you. I'd be like, Ryan, we have to get out. Like, and that's what he was doing at the beginning of the movie. And then he started begging for help. So he literally needed her. He quite literally needed her. I agree that his one mistake was the poisoning and trying to run away. That was straight up stupid. So I'm fine with that. If you want to like take away points and be like, that part didn't work for you, that's fair. I just took it as like, he's just being very stupid in this moment, but I understand the frustration. So that's totally
got development to him at that point. And
yeah.
I was starting to root for him, and then he does that, and it was a back step, and I was like, oh, I'm back rooting for her, and then she does something bad.
But I think that was the point. I think that was kind of that was like the
it might be, no, and it very well might be. I'm not saying it's like this is just my opinion. This is just how I felt watching it. But I don't want you to think I didn't like the movie. Like,
no, I know, I
love the movie. It's my number one of the year so far of 2026 of all the 4 movies I watched. And I think it'll end up being pretty high up there. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm glad you loved it, clearly.
I think her killing the fiance also is that part was also perfect, I think. Because again, I thought it was showing that she is like she didn't kill her husband, but she also knew what was going to happen if she did give up the keys. If she did let him drive.
She killed an innocent man too. I mean, she killed an innocent guy too. That was with her fiance.
Yeah, she's survived and adapts. She's a huge Survivor fan, which was the joke at the beginning. But like, she is literally like, it's gonna be her or no one. We saw that with the boar. That was the representation of like, it's gonna be me. That's where she's coming from. So I thought she's cutthroat. Like that's, I don't know. Like she was gonna do anything to get the promotion, and then it took it a step further when they were actually stranded on the island.
So Rachel Mick Academy Award.
I don't know.
I can't take credit for that. I saw that online.
Also, I do think I mean, she's a better actor than him, but I guess that's a slight negative of the cackles were fun. Dylan O'Brien, I don't think he was like special. I think McAdams was definitely better. I like him, but I think it was clear McAdams was better.
She's incredible. She's just incredible. So, and beautiful from the beginning onwards.
Especially when she gets trapped on an island. That was again the whole movie. I'm thinking, this is a little silly. Like I was like I didn't really expect there to be some plot twist at the end, and it was good. I don't know.
It was good. I agree.
Yeah, it was so
the whole theater laughed when they saw the mansion. The whole theater. It was so good. Cool. I'm so happy. I'm so glad you liked it.
Yeah. I'm gonna see it again because maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'll see it again and I'll understand more. Maybe I'll change my mind on certain things. But I don't know. My first reaction is a great one.
Good. I'm glad.
All right. You want to do a brackets?
Let's do it.
All right. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone who celebrates. It is the season of love. Ryan, I love you.
I love you too, man.
Clearly, I don't love Mace as much. Sorry, bud. All right. So we picked 10 movies. 10 movies involving romance. And we're going to do a bracket. We have a 1 and 2 seed that'll be revealed in a bit. But first, we're going to start with the first round. We're going to pin movies up against each other. And then do you want to do a collective one or do you want to do our own individual
collective.
One?
Let's do collective. And also, that's why it was pretty funny to come up with this list because I think neither of us, our number one genre is romance movies. And then of the ones we've seen, there wasn't a ton of overlap. So it's a funny list, but it's a good one. It's a good list of 10 movies.
These 10 movies, both Ryan and I have seen. So it's not like there's going to be a situation where one of us hasn't seen it. And there are plenty of romance movies where one of us have seen, but the other hasn't. But yeah, these are going to be our bracket.
And they range
So
in every genre from comedy romance to like drama to action. So cool.
yeah, we got a lot of good ones on here. Um, all right, first up, first round, we got Titanic versus Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I mean, I really like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The answer is Titanic.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
I
It's
love Mr. and Mrs. Smith, actually.
ooh, okay, interesting.
I think it's so much fun. So much fun.
I've seen it once. It was a while ago. It didn't stick with me. I remember liking parts of it. It's I should probably give it a rewatch. I just remember it didn't stick with me. Titanic is I think a top 50 favorite movie of mine.
I think Mr. and Mrs. Smith is also in my like on my list of like top movies ever. I think it's like in like the 60, 70 range. But Titanic is above that. So, Titanic.
So maybe this should have been this is a tough first round matchup for you.
Yeah, but I don't know how tough it is because Titanic. So
That's true. Okay, Titanic moving on. 50 First Dates, the Adam Sandler movie, versus La La Land.
that's a tough one, dude, because 51st Dates is one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies.
Me too.
But I love La La Land
La
a
La
lot.
Land's ending is it's so heartbreaking, man.
The
It's
the
so
answer
sad.
has to be La La Land. I love 51st Dates.
Are we going based on favorites or best, by the way? Are we just going a combination, kind of? I guess a combination.
Combination,
Okay.
probably.
So then that makes I think La La Land might be the better movie, but
Definitely the better movie.
yeah,
Definitely the better
yeah, no,
movie.
it is. It
That's
is.
this is the perfect example of
Yeah.
better versus best because La La Land's definitely a better movie,
Yeah.
but I love 51st
I
Dates.
I like 50 First Dates more. I'll go 50 First Dates.
Oh, dude, no. That's like a crime. See, this is where it becomes a crime.
So you want to do La La Land?
It has to be.
All
It
right.
has to be.
All right. I'll let
It
you have
has
that.
to be.
Because
I get it. I love 51st Dates.
yeah, it's the better movie. It is.
It has to be La La Land.
All right. Mr. Chazelle takes this one. All right. We got Crazy Stupid Love, which, speaking of plot twists, one of the all-time awesome, coolest plot twists, versus 40-Year-Old Virgin. So a couple Steve Carell movies going up against each other, Crazy Stupid Love and the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
I think we're going to disagree again. What's your answer?
I guess I'm going to go 40-Year-Old Virgin. What are you going to say, Crazy Stupid Love?
Yeah, I'd say Crazy Stupid Love.
Mm,
I'm such a sucker for a plot twist like that. And
it's phenomenal. I know.
and yeah, I mean, a 40-year-old version is great. But I don't necessarily. I guess it's obviously a romance movie, but like, I don't necessarily when I think romance, I think that more of in the comedy realm, I guess. And like when I think romance based, like Crazy Stupid Love is a romance. Like, I guess they both are. I don't know.
The chemistry between Emma Stone and Ryan
I
Gosling carries that movie. It's such great chemistry, and the plot twist is great. The overall, I enjoy 40-Year-Old Virgin more from start to finish. I think there are more things I enjoy about it. But the two best aspects out of both those movies are the two things I just said, are the plot twist and the chemistry between Stone and Gosling. So I wouldn't hate going that. I just love Kelly Clarkson. Like I love
Mhm.
I love so much about that movie.
Let's go for 40-year-old virgin. Virgin. I do love that movie. Um, and it's another one similar. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I'll give you. It seems like you actually have seen both of them. I've seen them both once, so I'll give you this one. Let's go 40-year-old virgin.
Cool. I do like Crazy Stupid Love, but yes, I definitely prefer 40 Virgin. Okay, next up we got Wedding Crashers. Oh, this is actually a good one. Oh, this is so tough. Wedding Crashers versus Meet the Parents. Oh, that's so tough, I think.
I have an answer.
Timeout. You're going to say Meet the Parents?
No.
You're gonna say Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I love
as a
both.
as a kid, I watched Meet the Parents like when I was like pretty young, and it was like probably one of the first like somewhat raunchy comedies I watched, and I really liked it then. And then I rewatched it recently, and it makes me so uncomfortable. Like that type of humor, like where it's just everything going wrong, and he's in such unfortunate positions. I don't know if it's for me.
Hmm.
I just it's too much cringe, and I like The Office, but I don't know. This is a different, which is obviously like cringe humor, but this is like a different level of cringe humor to me, and it's like I don't know. I was rewatching. I was like, I don't even know if I need to keep watching this.
Okay. You don't have to sell me on Wedding Crashers, so I'm good with that. I just
Okay.
love. They're both great, but yeah, I'm
As
good
a
with it.
kid, I loved Meet the Fockers, but I think it was because it was like the first like, or Meet the Parents. Sorry, it was like the first raunchy, like kind of inappropriate comedy that I've ever seen.
Hmm.
Like where there's sex in it and stuff. Like I remember where I was watching it as a little kid. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. And then I rewatched it within the past few years. Like I don't like this now that I've seen more stuff. Like this is not my humor.
Are you gonna see the fourth one?
Yeah, I'll see it. And Ariana's in it. So
That she is. I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me? So good.
it's
All right.
funny. It's funny.
Okay. So in the first round, what?
Maybe I like it. I don't know. I don't think so.
All right. We got Titanic, La La Land, 40-Year-Old Virgin. Wait, let me actually just cross off the ones that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Mm.
All right. So we have Titanic, La La Land, 40-Year-Old Virgin, and Wedding Crashers. Those are the four. Um, let's do. Yeah, I'll save those. They have a double buy. Well, we'll do that. We're gonna do, or maybe I'm trying to think. One, two, three. Should I do? Yeah, yeah. Now we're gonna do Titanic versus La La Land.
These would be my final. This would be my final. Maybe. Yeah. Titanic, probably. Yeah.
I'm good with that. I'm good with
Cool.
that. I'm good with that. Love Titanic. All right, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Wedding Crashers.
I think I like 40-Year-Old Virgin better than Wedding Crashers. What do you think?
I'm cool with that. I love both. I also slightly prefer 40-Year-Old Virgin. I'd say.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
not the biggest comedy guy, Noah. You know that?
Well, that's good because our one and two seeds made it all the way to the semis because somehow that's how this worked.
Okay.
So we're gonna go in the semifinals: Titanic versus When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe I could have done that better. I don't care.
um, what do you think?
This is where it gets tough because if I'm just picking based on movie, I'm picking Titanic. But if I'm
Mm,
picking based on romance, nothing's gonna beat Harry Met Sally in terms of pure romance.
I know. That's why it becomes tough. Like Titanic is definitely I like it better. I watched Harry Met Sally for the first time about a few months ago, 2 months ago. I think I mentioned it on the
Yep.
podcast.
So good.
My gut still says Titanic because obviously the chemistry might not be as like, but you think about the moment on the boat and like that's romance at its finest. Like I'm Titanic.
I was trying to do what Rose.
Oh, to the window of the car.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh,
All right, so Titanic in the championship, and then we got 40-Year-Old Virgin versus The Princess Bride.
the Princess Bride.
Pretty easily,
Yeah,
pretty easily The Princess Bride, and the finals are Titanic and The Princess Bride.
I'm Titanic all the way.
They're both so.
The Princess Bride.
I don't know. I love both. They're both in my top 50.
They're such different movies.
I know they're so different.
It's like that's why it's so tough to even
You know
compare
what?
those.
And honestly,
They're probably close to my ranking too on each other because I think Princess Bride is also in my top 50. I think
honestly, romance wise, I'm kind of giving it to Titanic.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna
Right?
say, yeah,
Like we have the As You Wish, which is cool, but Princess Bride isn't just about romance, whereas
no,
Titanic is more so about romance than the actual sinking of the ship.
I agree. I agree. It's a
I'll do
romance
that.
story at its heart. Princess Bride is more of a fantasy, like
Yeah. Adventure. Yeah.
adventure story with romance as a
Titanic.
deep
I'm
part.
good with that.
Titanic. I'm so good with Titanic. I think
Let's-
you can't be wrong on that. So
awesome. Love it. Love it. I'm happy we did that.
I'm good. I'm glad too. Um, yeah, I think if we had two more movies, whatever, next time.
Because then there wasn't a buy. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Next time. Anyway, this has been fun. This has been episode 15 of the podcast where we talk all things film and television in
In
real
real
time.
time.
We will see you all next week.